Dear Taxi, I've seen the varying deal terms on your submissions and I want to understand some things about them because the deals don't look that good compared to with what I've signed in the past. For example, I've signed songs to agents with a 30-70 split in my favor for sync fees, and many of these, I think, meaning the taxi deals are 50-50, which seems a lot. So let me address just that much of it right now, and then I'll go on to the other stuff. So, I'm sure that there are sync agents out there. You know, frankly, I'm a little befuddled by the whole sync agent thing. I know several of them, couple of them, three of them that I can think of off the top of my head are actually pretty close friends of mine, people I've known for, 5, 10, 15 years. I could call them at home, and they're friends. So they're certainly not, deceitful, bad business people or anything. But it's all of a sudden there used to be like 2 sync agency or sync agents, and now there are, I don't know, several dozen of them out there. It doesn't take much to be a sync agent. You basically hang up a shingle. Where it does take a lot more to be a music library. I mean, you've got to sign stuff, you've got to tag it, you've got to do the due diligence, all the stuff that we've talked about with during the 2 recent episodes with music libraries owners on the show. I think somebody spiked my Rockstar today. I'll have to check that out. If I go, you'll know why. Anyway, but the thing is, if the sync agent, and I'm not an attorney, remember, not an attorney. My mother was disappointed, but I am not an attorney, so I'm not giving legal advice here. I'm only giving information as I understand it. I could be right, could be wrong. But in the state of California, when you do something in the capacity of an agent in the entertainment industry, you in fact have to be licensed as an agent, like a talent agent for actors, actresses. You need to be licensed by the state of California. Be a real estate agent. You need to be licensed. I'm sure there are other types of agents, like a secret agent. That's what I want to be, as a secret agent. And for that, you need a license to kill, 007. You get my point. So there are all these people out there that are saying they're sync agents, and I'm sure that they're acting in an agent capacity where they know somebody who's a music supervisor and they proffer some music over to that person, and if it gets picked up, then rather than them getting an income stream from the publishing, they just get a flat fee, which is usually a percentage that, to the best of my knowledge, runs between 30 and 50%. That's it. And that's from the sync fee. So sounds pretty good from your perspective. I don't have to give up any publishing. And I might only give up 30% of my income and, not 50% like I would on a typical music library deal. But here's the thing, is sync agents, because they're not regulated, I believe that there are varying degrees of professionalism within that little corner of the industry. And so you don't really know. There are some that are very good, some that are not very good, and probably many that are in the middle between not so good and really good. Excuse me. But because they're not taking a piece of the publishing and there's no deal signed, as far as it being non-exclusive or exclusive, I guess inherently on its face it's probably non-exclusive, but potentially you could have your music with several sync agents, and they're all pitching to the same thing. So it goes back to kind of like the non-exclusive library thing, but they haven't done their due diligence. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. Again, I can't speak about this as 100% expert. But by virtue of the fact that virtually none of them that I'm aware of have ever registered themselves as a licensed talent agent in the state of California, To me, it kind of says something about their business practices. Although, like I said, I've got 2 or 3 friends that are sync agents that I know are hardworking, reputable people. So maybe that disproves my theory.